So this here was the one I made about a year ago, and I got around to building a new one recently. Very similar design, improved on it slightly. You can see here I had to have weights on the bottom because it moved around and fell over quite easily, and it was all built from scrap wood really, so I got to use some slightly better wood this time. You can see I got my 6 tyres, and then you start to cut off the side walls. Get as close as to the tread as you can, because it makes them a lot easier to bend and wrap around the post. This was the first one I did. You can see I did this one wrong. I actually cut it in half first and completely forgot that I needed to cut off the side walls. And the best tool for this I found is an old steak knife or something. I've tried a few different things. And then once you've got that, cutting the tyre actually in half, that's a little bit harder. You probably want to use a saw with a fresh blade as well. And that's my post that's going to go in the middle. And there you go, you can see that little offcut that I did. I cut the post to my height, and then use that little offcut just to set the base in there, so I can slide the pole out nice and easily. My base is 3 tyres. It's going to be 3 tyres high, and I'm going to have wood like that in the top and the bottom tyre, so that's going to be the bottom tyre. Just screwed in, a few different screws going through the sidewall and the bead of the tyre just to try and hold it in. It seems to hold quite well. That's the bottom of it. This is just to give you a real quick idea of what I did and how I put this together. So that was attaching the 2 tyres. You could probably bolt them in if you wanted, but I just had screws lying around, so screwed them in where they met. You can see I picked it up from the top one there. And there you go, I've just fitted the 3rd one. And I've also cut the corners off the wood. That was a mistake I didn't do last time, and even with tyre wrapped around it, kicking a corner, you feel it. I didn't have enough wood to finish my top, so I had to do that the next day. That gives you a rough idea. See my 3 pieces of tyre there. I roll them on separately. I started with the bottom one, worked my way up. I must have used car tyres first time I did this, and these were lorry tyres, because I actually got it to wrap around the post 3 times instead of 2. Maybe I wouldn't do this if I did it again. It's very heavy. There's 3 tyres without sidewalls on the top of that. There you can see how I've wrapped it up. A bit of a pain. Maybe stand on the tyre and give it a good pull to try and get it to wrap that tight. There's the 3 bases in. This was the next day. You can see I just finished off the top with the wood. Not done it super tight, so there's a little bit of movement in there. And the flex of the tyres as well also helps it to not fall over. I did have a design. I was going to put a braking board on the back. I don't think I'm going to do that now, just in case I kick it. But yeah, that's pretty much a very quick demo of what I did for anyone thinking of building one. I know a few people were asking me when I put up my first video.